Here we go again, folks. The option market looks like by December 17, well, the underlying, which is AMC stock, will be reaching $145 a share. Is it exactly, or is it necessarily what's going to happen? No, not at all. That's not what it means. It simply means that lots of people are betting based on the volume, especially when you look at what we call the implied volatility. Because the implied volatility is this figure that gives you high levels of buying coming into a specific underlying stock, in which, in this case, AMC, meaning that people are expecting a big move higher or lower, right? And here, because we're talking about calls, it means people are expecting AMC to reach 145 by December 17. Well, we all know how the option chain and the option market plays here not in the favor of AMC. Let's just put it that way, all right? Because we've seen multiple times, one after another, that the AMC options are not our friends. Because even though, remember that the hedges, or especially Citadel algorithms, are based upon playing with emotions of investors, especially the retail investors, all right? So whenever they will let it run higher and higher, I bet they will actually, make sure they have enough volume in the calls, especially those close to the Fridays, and then either Wednesday, Thursday, they will just pull the rug underneath everybody who is actually invested into those options. And the next thing you know, you're wiped out, completely out of your money. So that's why I will take this information with a big salt of grain. But in the meantime, let's see at the flip side. Let's look at the flip side, because $145 by December, is that actually something that will be surprising? No, I don't think so. Why? Because if AMC reaches a certain, what I would call the max pain level, all right? And I believe personally it's around the 80 to the 100, maybe 120. When the stock reaches those levels, the likelihood of some of the shorts, little and the mediums, to actually start closing out and getting out, hence causing that buying pressure because they're going to cover, well, it's going to cause that domino effect, people. It's going to cause that snowball effect that will actually keep the pressure coming, especially for the big shorts here, right? People like Citadel and Simplex, causing them to actually be forced to start covering, and that's why we rip and get to the moon. So that's why I will think, well, it is still an option play, but I mean, based on what we've seen in history, based on what we've seen in the past, I will really be not as comfortable, going into this and using this as a catalyst for December 17. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see AMC at 145 by December 17. But the thing is, in order to predict the future, we need to look at the past. But also, the other thing is, in the market, you have to hope for the best, but in the meantime, you have to be prepared for the worst, especially here with AMC stock, with everything we know so far. So nothing is changing, folks. Nothing has changed. Nothing is changing. We just need to continue to do what we've been doing since January, and in due time, it's going to fly.